Guys, Deluded Guna, YouTube's N'Golo Kante, thank you very much for watching me. You guys know how much I love scouts. Now, this ain't going to be a long vid. There's not really that much more to be said. But he's 75/74. He's done a madness at Ajax. He's Danish. John Stein Olsen. Now, Olsen's, forgive me for pronunciation. Former player at Ajax, Utrecht, and a couple of them clubs. He's been an Ajax scout, I believe, since 1995, the year I was put. So that's crazy. He's been there for 22, 23 years. He was appointed a member of Ajax. Those of you who don't know, that's a very high accolade to get at that club. Only really reserved for ex-personnel, ex-players, etc. So for him to get that shows how great he is, man. He scouts all of Scandinavia, so that's several countries from Sweden all the way to Norway and wherever else he does. I don't know the specifics, but he's shown that he's certain. Look at the players he's found. I'm gonna save the best till last, so I'm gonna say Dolberg. You're seeing him at Ajax now. You're seeing Fischer, who went to Middlesbrough, who was talked about having talent, mad talent to be someone. Anderson the same. Ericsson, and I don't need to say who he is. He's a boy, I believe, destined for the big clubs in Madrid and Barca and Munich and them clubs. I don't believe he'll stay at Spurs for very much longer, in my opinion, especially when people are going after Coutinho and people are just leaving Ericsson alone. But yeah, he found Ericsson, he found Dolberg, like I've said, and a certain Zlatan Ibrahimovic for Ajax. Not too bad, is it? He said he was convinced within 15 minutes that Zlatan Ibrahimovic would be a star. And now Zlatan is one of the most decorated players to have ever kicked a football. Definitely the most decorated player in Sweden's history of recent. I know they got Henrik Larsson and things, so I say that with a pinch of salt. But yeah, you see how good of a scout he is to take the risk and to be able to analyze and have a keen eye to be able to see Zlatan Ibrahimovic that he'll be a star then. Like I'm not too sure if I'm assuming he scouted him when he was at Malmo, where quite a few people were onto him. Then he went to Ajax, and you know the rest. And we all know how Ajax, they got a pretty little neat scouting range where they find some players like, is it Neres of Brazil, and a couple of them players there where no one else seems to be looking, train them up, and then they get taken by the big boys, like you saw with Davinson Sanchez to Spurs. I'm not saying Spurs are big boys, but yeah, you get where I'm going. He deserves the ratings, because you hear about the Zlatans, you hear about the Ericssons, you hear about the players I've said, you hear about how innovative the club Ajax is for doing these sort of things, and you hear about other examples, but you don't hear about the John Stein Olsens. You don't hear about these guys, the unsung heroes. He's 74, 75, and he's still full of life, and I hope he lives a long life. I hope he continues to live a long life. I hope he continues to scout if he's still scouting. I hope him many success, man, because this warms my heart as someone that would love to be doing what he's doing. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. Real unsung hero. Real unsung hero. And it's nice to see him get that accolade. But there's not much more to be said, man. I just thought, you guys know how much I like to tell you guys about the unsung heroes. So there it is. Guys, DG, I'm out. Thank you very much for watching, of course.